Hello and welcome back here on my English YouTube channel about my Lego City project called Brookworld. Last time we finished up that very big train station building, and today there's time to build or finish up another building I have started a long time ago. That's that 10 colored building you can see right now here with a very special rounded shaped roof on top of it, and we really want to finish up that building. So let's go and start once again at finishing that very interesting building. I got a lot of interesting ideas, especially from the German channel, about working at the final parts of that building, and I decided to integrate these very big kind of windows here in that roof structure, because it's on the one side it's a very interesting structure, and on the other side I really have these very big windows where you can look inside from the outside, especially when later on there's going to be the light inside. Also, it's a very interesting technique here because I added these rounded parts here because the normal 2x2 tiles were a little bit too big, as you can see here, but adding these rounded tiles, I really can shape up and finish up that little gap here above these structures. Of course, I'm also adding another one on the right side, as you can see, and then we have to think about on the other side what we're going to do there. But I think we're on a very good path to get a very nice design for our building to finish up everything. Just you can see it here, I added a rounded part of it on the other side, so I just have a kind of complete view how that building will look at the end. And I think it's a very nice idea to have it like that. It's a very special structure. It's of course a illegal building technique. That's okay, because there's a lot of stress on the parts with that rounded corner. But I really like how that building in the front and the main train station and the back has the same color scheme. And then we have that white colored brick bank between. So I really think it's a very nice idea to have that color. Of course, it's a very often color used in more older buildings, and I also see or like how I can really work on here with that idea of having the two buildings connected, sharing one pair of staircases. And yeah, I think we're on a very big path to get a very nice idea how we can finish up that roof of that building. And I really like that overall look of everything here. After a long time thinking about it, I had to really rework that part of the roof because it was not symmetrical in the center of the building. It looked a little bit strange, a little bit offside, but I think now it's better, and I also can think about it to how to work on the other side. I also started adding one of these structures on the other side, but from the inside I also started working with that white colored here because I'm often using two layers of bricks, one from the outside, one from the inside. That makes it possible for me to use different styles and different colors inside and outside of the building. Here, by the way, that's where the stairs are coming up to that location. Here's going to be the door inside that big apartment on the top floor, and here's a kind of hallway, if you want to call it like that. I'm not sure what to do with the left side of the building, but for now I just added everything here. You can see I just added a little flower inside here, worked a little bit more on the roof, added another part of that rounded part here in the center, and also started working inside with some walls and stuff like that, because I really have to find out how everything connects so I can see how it looks inside. And you can see I started working with some walls, added these arches here, because I think these arches are a very good part to make that roof apartment look a little bit more high class. And yeah, I think we are already here on the exact good way to finish up everything how I want to have it. And also having these big walls on the other side, we have a very nice view inside later on. That will look like that. I already added it back here on the building on top. And now we can have a little bit a view inside here. You can see how these stairs coming from the lower model are exactly placed here, so everything fits together. And yeah, let's go a little bit back with the camera also on the other side, and we have a very nice look how that two building area here will look at the end. And I'm still not sure what to do with that left area here. Maybe I'm adding another part with these big windows. I'm not sure at the moment, but I think, yeah, I have to check it out, I have to test it a little bit, but I think I'm going to add another one later on. I also started working in the interior of the entrance area here, added some posters here, also added some little stuff like that little chair here and some other little details. And I think that's okay. I added a lot of little stuff. Also started to think about how I can work inside with that roof. I added another layer of white plates here. It's a little bit complicated because everything has these very strange kind of angles inside here, so it's a little bit complicated, but I think it's nice looking. I do not have to do it so a lot of stuff here, but I think it's especially very important because from the outside with these big windows, you have to see some details from the area next to the windows, and also inside we have now some doors, and you can see here if you change a little bit the position of the camera, that is very possible to see a lot of stuff inside here through these big windows. So yeah, I think it's important to have some very nice details here. Also, you can see that I have no more 1x2 tiles in 10, so I have to reorder them for the next update. And also we have to think a bit about how everything will end up here. I think we need another bathroom. We also will need a bigger, kind of living room, and we have to add a little bedroom here because, it's just one apartment here. We have some bigger rooms here, and let's see how it comes together at the end. Just some final views here, everything at the final location. Lights are not installed yet. That's something we're going to add when the update, on one of the next updates, we're going to finish up that building. But for now, I think that rounded shape here at the top, here at the roof, is a very nice addition to have a very special kind of look for that building. And that's something very important for me, to have some kind of eye-catching for every stuff, every building. And you also can see why it was important to rearrange the stuff here to make it more symmetrical with the windows below in the lower floors. And that's it for today. I think we got a lot of stuff. We have a very good position to finish up everything. And the next time we are going to work at that building. And then we have a lot of stuff done here on that part of the table. So as always, feel free to write whatever you think about today's update in the comment area. It's very important for me. And I have to change that part here that's still black. I have to rearrange it to another color, to dark bluish gray. That was not very important when I started to build up the first design of the building, but now with the rounded corner it's important. So stay tuned for future updates, and bye.